It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
Last we left off, Bell's Hells reunited in the aftermath of the apogee solstice. The Red Moon Ruidus remains hung in the air, still locked in orbit with the rest of Exandria. And in searching for the location of some of your chased antagonists, discovered some of them may not be on Exandria anymore. However, setting some of your new allies off to their own ventures, circling your wagons a bit and discussing what you found, there are some interesting hanging threads to be pursued. There are some artifacts from Ludinus's past that have some intriguing possibility should their purpose and reason be discovered. There are some scattered elements of previous allies that are some known, some not. And the discovery that Keyleth remains extremely, seemingly irrevocably wounded from the encounter in Marquet when all of this went down. As you prepped yourselves in Drusar, you decided to go ahead and pay her a visit. And in doing so, transported yourselves via the scepter that is carried by Imogen to Zephrah, the city of the Arashari in Taldore. As you arrive here within the wind-slung city and take in, for most of you, is a beautiful new arrival, but for you, Orym, is home.
This is that place I'm always talking about.
This is beautiful.
And it's about that moment that the wind picks up louder and louder. And a massive gust of wind slams right into your group. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, no, we should have expected
Just
that.
talking about
should have
this.
expected that.
Ashton, you put your hammer down and kind of hold yourself still in place. Orym, you put your shield, kind of dig into the ground, let the wind kind of glide past you, blowing your hair back. FCG, you dig yourself in, kind of clutching onto Orym and keeping yourself present.
Just let the wind blow on by.
You just take it in. You three, unfortunately, as the wind gust hits, you all are thrown off of your feet, slam onto your backs, and glide towards the back edge of the cliff where you first arrived. As you begin to slide back a bit.
This is it, Lana.
I'm gonna head straight towards the group.
These two shapes glide up. You can see there's almost like these winged contraptions, like gliders, landing right at the tip of where this outcropping ends, stopping right where the wind kind of pushes the three of you to a halt. As this happens, you also see three other figures rush from around the nearby area, many of them armed, holding up weaponry and shouting. One of them ends up yelling out in your direction, "What is your business?"
Coming home. Sorry.
They look over at you, and immediately, any sort of look of tension or aggression fades. And they step off for a second and just give a respectful nod. You recognize a number of these folks as various members of the village who are part of nearby guardianship of the mountaintops itself. But the one that immediately catches your attention as she rushes from one of the nearby structures, Maeve, rushes up to you and goes,
Maeve?
Orym?
I just leap and go into full hug.
As you leap towards her, she kind of gestures with her hand, and the wind kind of buffets you a little bit so you don't tackle her with all of your strength, and she kind of catches you oh. Hey, oh my goodness. Hey. It's good to see you. You see this half-elven woman, about 30s or so, kind of leaning down on one knee and kind of giving this smile of surprise and welcomeness towards Orym.
Sorry, guys, this is my sister.
Sister?
What?
What?
Oh.
These are my friends. This is Bell's Hells. We're Bell's house.
Welcome to Zephrah, Bell's house. Orym.
How is the Tempest?
She's resting. Her and a number of our warriors.
Is Lita back?
Lita is back. Lita is taking care of the voice of the Tempest, along with the other guardians. Anyway, come, please.
We have to speak to her if she's up for it.
Of course, yeah.
Were you there, Maeve? I'm sorry for not knowing.
Oh, that's all right. Most of us were. It was kind of a all-to-arms situation, given the short period of time, the information that you had given to the voice, and the importance of stopping whatever was planned.
This business has been causing a lot of trouble all over the map. What sort of effect has it had here?
Well, some of our long-standing protective wards have stopped working. Some of our means of transportation, she leans over to one of the gliders and kind of nods, need to be re-enchanted. But I think we fared pretty well.
Are we still in touch with Whitestone and other places?
Not yet. The voice has been challenged in her capabilities. And most of those of us who have the capability to reach out have been unable to do so.
Okay.
That's across all of Exandria from what we've seen.
It is. Okay.
Did you have anyone else get shunted?
Yeah, have we lost anyone?
Well, everyone who was present seemed to have some sort of an odd reaction when everything went white. Some stayed behind and continued to fight. Others woke up kind of scattered about the continent or beyond. We had to send out some of our best wardens to gather those they could, but there's still many that haven't returned. Those that have are various degrees of recovery.
How's your mom?
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good. As is yours. If you want to pay her a visit some point while you're here, I think she'd love to see you.
I'd love for you guys to meet my mom. Yeah, we'll be stopping in. I feel like we should get to the Tempest first and sort of trade information.
Of course. Well, come. We'll escort you.
As we walk, Orym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, not to pry, but I'm just, Derek is not your dad, but you call him dad. Maeve is not your sister, but you call her sister. Earlier, and I wrote in my notes, in my mind, there is a Nell, and there's also a Lita, who's your mom, but not your mom.
My husband's parents are Derek, was Derek, and Nell.
And Nell.
Sister-in-law?
Okay.
Their daughter is Maeve?
Triplets.
Triplets.
Oh.
She's one of the triplets?
Yeah.
Oh, and your husband was a triplet?
No, he was their younger brother.
Got it.
So it's Lita, who is the Tempest's sort of right-hand woman. You just met Maeve, and then there's Bernie still. My mom's name is Alma.
As you walk through the heart of Zephrah, the village, you can see all manner of these homesteads that are built into the mountain and along the edges of these platforms that seem to have been grown out of the rock. As the walkway kind of curves, you could see at the base of this, like the final spire here that kind of sits towards the center of Zephrah. The woman you know as Maeve says, just a moment, I need to let them know that you're here, so there aren't any more surprises.
Sure.
She ascends the steps and opens the door, steps out for a second. The doors open quickly, off to the side, and you see as three figures emerge. The half-elf woman steps forward. Welcome, Bell's House. And welcome, Orym.
Hey. It's always a blessing coming home, but I wish it wasn't so heavy this time.
As do I. As do I.
You holding up?
Always. My name is Lita. I'm the Master of Defenses. The right hand, the voice of the Tempest. To my right is Tholo. To my left is Shendune. These are my guardian associates. Come with us, please. As you follow Maeve into the darker interior of this beautiful natural abode, if you can call it that. It's a temple or a natural office complex almost. As you step up the stairs in the interior, the smell of herbs and incense meet you immediately as Lita guides you up to a second and then eventually to the third upper floor of this building. There is a partially opened door, itself kind of coming to a pointed arch apex, and as she pushes it open, you see the inside of a warmly lit, it's a bedroom. It's grandiose. There are a number of pieces of beautiful, if simple, furniture. You can see there are some tapestries and paintings in the walls. It begins to resemble more of an art studio as much as it does a bedroom. And through the light that comes through, you can see there is a large four-post bed of like grown, twisting vines and root. And there, kind of resting, propped up, the familiar red, falling curled hair and kind of antlers adorning the front of a laying Keyleth. And Keyleth kind of sits up and... Please, come. There's much to discuss.
I take a few quick steps forward and take a knee and bow.
You step forward and get a better look at her, and you can see, like, the wounds that she sustained in that battle remain. And while there is no blood visible, the flesh looks freshly carved. You can see all manner of gashes across her neck and shoulders and her face, and it's just this bright red flesh exposed in each of these open wounds. It's horrifying. Keyleth goes, my staff, please. And Lita goes and grasps and pulls this long, beautifully carved, kind of rune-covered staff. The room stops spinning. Oof. She kind of smiles a little bit. My apologies for what you see before you. I do not look at my vest at the moment.
I'm just grateful you're here. I'm sure everyone here at home is.
Yes, I'm grateful you're here as well.
Tempest, what happened?
The assassin uses the same toxin that once found its way to our village. It doesn't have a historical precursor we can pinpoint. We were able to recover, but only after finding a challenged remedy. I've sent a group to try and retrieve what is known as the blue Perennem flower. Unfortunately, it grows in only a handful of places, and the Grey Valley is likely the safest of them that is known. The group that was sent was led by Bernie.
Healer here. Hi. Does this ointment, does it stabilize the wounds, or does it actually cure these wounds or this toxin?
It seems to slowly rejuvenate the areas corrupted by the toxin.
Are you the only person who needs it now, or are there others still?
There are others. 3 others.
We were thrown to 2 places on the globe. Instantly, in the last seconds of whatever it is that happened. What's the last thing that you saw?
Last thing that I saw before the light took us was someone important to me. Someone I lost long ago. And I will do everything in my power to destroy them. Who did this?
Allow me to be your blade, Tempest.
Rohan, Ludnes, Liana, all of them. I will tear down everything they represent. And I will see that they leave no more pain in their wake.
I mean, Liliana, maybe not, but the other ones for
Honestly,
sure.
I don't know anymore. She didn't help. Although, that white light, I don't think we've talked about it. That light that sent us all away. What if somebody at the site caused it
Liliana.
and sent us all away? What if it would have been so much worse? Everybody could have died there.
Tempest, we're very close to this. My friend is kin with Tumult.
I had a suspicion.
I never knew her.
But you are here to help.
Of course.
I vouch for her.
In your head, you hear, I want to fix this.
If there's any sign of betrayal, this is bigger than us. We need to rally. Everything is tangled by design. They've sown distraction for months leading up to this. This Ruby Vanguard that you had mentioned, that we've connected with some of these false front cults. They're now beginning to emerge publicly, rallying common folk and using their fear and unrest to bolster their ranks. Cloud the focus of those working to reverse their actions. I want to visit the birth heart in Vasselheim. Speak with their great hierophants. I dislike putting more weight on your shoulders, Orym. But could you look into this lost group of volunteers? Could you try and help me recover?
I've been struggling with the blood in my eye for a few weeks now. I've never been so fucking angry. Let me prove myself to you in any way that you need. You always told me that we're stronger if we stand together.
Always. Anger can be challenging. Can cloud your focus, your wisdom, lead to wanton impulse, and sometimes put those you care about in danger. But sometimes it's exactly what you need. So don't lose that anger. Just learn when to use it.
Working on it.
I've been angry for 30 years. Help me find a place to use it.
Orym's gonna just reach his hand out.
She reaches off the side of the bed.
I promise you I'll give you every last breath to make this right.
Then bring back our people. Gather as much as you can, so we might recover. And then together we will rain down the fury of every power Exandria has upon these absolute shitheads. Lita leads you and escorts you outside of the building back into the brighter exterior of the open air of Zephrah.
Were you there when this happened?
I was. We were descending to join what I know to be where you all were.
We're at the bottom. We're making a mess. Fucking them up. Just need a little bit more time.
We dropped the airship
That was you.
on the yes.
For what?
That was messy and incredible.
Did it work? Did it do anything? Did
They
you?
wiped out like 30 of their kind.
Hey, that's good.
Oh, that's great.
I think it damaged part of the machine.
Were any of us left and not thrown willy-nilly after it all went down?
A number remained. I was one. It was a bit of a tenuous struggle for survival.
Did you see a white light?
A bright one that consumed the space, yes.
All right.
And after it was gone, Ludinus was gone, or did you have eyes on Ludinus or the key figures there?
Ludinus was gone. You were all gone.
What about Tumult?
I believe she was gone as well. We didn't know enough to confidently continue, and so we took who we could and fled.
What's the Grey Valley like?
Let me find someone who can answer this better than I. And she steps back into the interior of the building and comes out with the man who was introduced as Tholo earlier.
I've been told that you've inquired about the Grey Valley. That's correct?
That's right.
Well, the Grey Valley was a site forever marred during the scattered war of Guisar, a number of centuries back here before it was called Taldore. This was the site of the historical King Tris Dresig's bargain with the demon prince of indulgence, and it left the entire valley forest cursed, left pale and stone-like in the wake of the destructive conflict that ended the Battle of the Umbra Hills. There are remnants of demonic essence that cling to that landscape. There are dark spirits and impish scavengers that seek to rob warmth and light. There's particularly intense evenings under the red moon. Kind of like they all kind of glance over in the direction of, you can see just like the burning bit of Rudis just looming on the southern horizon, where often more powerful denizens of the abyss and beyond wander the landscape.
What do you know about the Hishari?
The Hishari, they're a bunch of weird grifting folk. Little ways back, kind of like a cult of personality, you would say, based around a real spicy individual. Started gathering folk across the Silver, talking about some sort of great event to reclaim the power of the elemental titans. Went ahead and borrowed the name of the Ishari and utilized it to spread all sorts of strange promises, and eventually, they dallied with powers they were never meant to. Kind of blew up the town. Those that survived eventually just scattered and stopped talking about it. One of history's small mistakes.
Anything you might have about those names and that history and the people who might have been there where I could find some answers about that, I would be very grateful for that upon our return.
Okay, I can do some research on that. Yeah.
Lita, I'd kind of like to stop in and see Mom before we go.
Okay.
Can we have an hour or two?
Of course.
Okay.
I'll go prepare Maeve. Let her know what's to come.
Okay.
Walking through the town, eventually you lead them to what is your home growing up?
It's a little cottagecore place built into the side of the cliff. There are flower boxes everywhere. A little sign outside with a little painting of a swaddled baby. And I'll knock on the door.
The door opens and you see a female halfling, curly brown red hair that goes past her shoulders and streaks of white through it, and these gentle pale blue eyes as she kind of looks, the big bright smile, her brow kind of furrowed a bit. Orym!
Hey, Mom.
Oh, Orym! Come here, my boy! And, like, grabs him immediately and, like, picks him up as the shield kind of cling onto the ground next to her. Kind of,
It's good to see you, too.
Oh, my boy, it's so good to see you. Are these your friends?
These are my friends.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alma. It's so nice to meet you. I worry about you, Orym. You carry a lot of weight on your face.
Oh, Mom. I mean, that's what I sign up for.
I know. Just don't be a hero if you don't need to be. All right? Want to see you come back home safe.
Only do what's called for, Mom.
Of course.
We should get going.
Nice to meet you, Alma.
You should know I've thrown this together kind of quick and dirty, but I made this for you, and it's a little wooden statue of Orym who's in a deep lunge with his sword out and holding up his shield over his back as he does so. Your son is actually quite the hero. He saved our rear ends a number of times. So just hold on to that if you're ever missing him. He's quite the warrior. You should be very proud.
What's it say on the side?
What's it say on the
It says
side?
C-Pop.
That's just like your old toys.
It's also my phone number.
You still have those, right? You didn't toss them out, did you?
No, of course I haven't. She goes back into the satchel and pulls out this small, like wooden eagle that's flying with its wings out, and the wings are somewhat like jointed, and it has C-Pop on the side.
You had C-Pop toys growing up?
Wait a minute. I'm putting two and two together.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Orym just starts looking at the bottom of all these wooden statues. Does it say C-pop on all of these?
On 4 of them.
I've been with you longer than you know.
Did you create my childhood, Chetney?
Wow.
I will cherish it. Your craftsmanship speaks for itself. I am very grateful to have a gift to remind me of my son by such a handsome man.
Orym, his eyes go, Mom, Chetney, Fern, Chetney, Mom.
Oh no!
Just staring at your mom.
I really hate to leave as soon as we got here, but the task that the Tempest has given us is pretty urgent.
It's been a pleasure seeing you.
Travel safe, my boy. And she goes and gives you a big hug. So, as you seek to gather some materials in advance of this, you are seeking...
Want to just gear up a little bit sturdier than I am. Dragging Ashton in tow.
Yep.
I specifically am looking for more coverage on my shield arm. Legs as well. I don't want to go too heavy. That doesn't work for me.
I feel like I want to inspire people. I want a bit of the feeling of a champion. I've been running around trying to help people, trying to do some good. And I feel like maybe just a hint of that in the outfit might be a good idea.
All right, give me a few days. Come back, and then we'll see how you strike the landscape as the hero that you're trying to be.
Let's go find a fucking flower.
Okay. As you finish the business you have to set in motion, you find Maeve is waiting for you not far from the tree where you entered. You can see the rest of the advisors and protectors of the Tempest there gathered as well, and the blades, the Tempest blades, all kind of gathering to see you off. Maeve approaches. I've heard what you're off to do, and appreciate you all putting yourselves on the line for some good people, including the future of Zephrah. So I'm happy to help in whatever way I can. And she looks over at Lita, and Lita nods, and she pulls off her shoulder this kind of big, empty. It's like a heavy backpack that has a number of straps across it. It looks like it would be quite sizable. You could probably carry Orym and then some in it. And hands it over to you and says, "Best that we can tell, given the state of the Tempest, and if we can, the other current warriors who lay wounded by this toxin, you would want to fill the majority of this bag before you return."
Wow.
Okay.
So, good luck.
We'll fill this up. And I'm going to bring you your sister back.
Lita kind of steps up a bit and pats you on the shoulder and looks past the rest of you. He'd be very proud of you.
He just throws his arms around the knees of both the sisters, hugs them. We'll see you soon.
Indeed. We will.
And then Orym's going to turn to all the blades that are here and just hold his sword up.
You watch as about 24 Ashari warriors all raise their blades directly afterward and kind of give a similar flick of the wrist and then sheath it again. And you see Maeve, who steps back a little bit, concentrates for a second, looks towards the tree, and as she places her hands like this and does the separation motion, the tree opens up into a glowing doorway for but a brief moment. You can see the extended pathway within, and beyond it, just this slight glimmer of a almost black and white monochrome nature beyond.
Let's go.
Upon stepping through the other side of this portal, you can see the broken valley around you. The ever-gray skies above, choked with clouds, and most color except for the occasional golden shaft of light that punches through and then is swallowed once more a moment later. You can see the valley floor spreading out, scattered and uneven around you, an endless blanket of pale trees jutting up from the roots and rock and bush, frozen in stone-like repose as they reach for the sky above. Balding branches clutching colorless leaves. Cold wind blows through the region in rhythmic gusts. The smell of ash and burned fat occasionally catches your nose.
Well, this is a big one, Edie.
Burn fat.
How are we gonna find these flowers?
I'm gonna roll this coin around. Changebringer, can you please, as the coin settles, can you look in the direction that would bring us towards the flowers we seek?
It's gonna land on tails.
Should guide us with your vision, and I'll roll it. It's a critical roll.
All right. Watch this happen. You can feel this like threads of web or hair kind of like drifting past your head, and you feel almost like two hands touch on your shoulder sourcelessly. As the hair blows past your periphery, it's almost like you have extended hair that the wind is picking up and blowing. One of the hands reaches out from your periphery and plucks the coin.
Oh, cool.
And all the rest of you watch the coin full spin. And it just stops.
Ah!
As it holds there in place, it falls onto its side in a western direction.
Well, thank you, Changebringer.
Actually, yes, thank you, Changebringer. I mean, if she's guiding us to ways to heal Keyleth,
Thank you.
that's great.
I pull out Pate. Pate,
Yeah?
you're a little impish, right? You're kind of fiendish.
Well, I told that on occasion.
So we might be encountering some of your kin, your brethren, who are not as friendly and as charming as you.
Woman, you are.
It's true, but all this to say, I need you to kind of keep an eye out.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Do you mind heading west, doing a little scout? Let me know if you see anything, and also be on the lookout for some blue flowers.
Surely. Looking for brethren and blue flowers.
Correct.
Yes.
I'm gonna, we can go ahead and start walking.
All right, let's pass that.
So you know.
All right.
And I'm gonna, kind of come in and out of my Pate vision, holding onto Imogen.
A little help from heaven, a little help from hell, and a little help from ash.
You move through the sparse, dead forest, the kind of low mists occasionally gathering, continuing to move along, eyes peeled, for a number of minutes. You also see occasionally bits of tarnished metal. You approach one, as you begin to uncover it, it does indeed look like a helmet. This looks to be the remains of an armored figure that has been reclaimed somewhat by the dead landscape.
I'm gonna just corkscrew it up out of the ground and hope that the helmet comes off and doesn't take the head with it.
It's kind of like, the helmet comes up. It's not very fancy, it looks functional.
Put it in the bag of holding anyway.
As we walk, I'm just gonna pat Orym on the back and just say, buddy, we gotta get you back to your mom, so I'll do whatever I can to do it, and I'll cast Death Ward on you.
You're at the back of the line and Orym's at the front, but I guess you just
I rolled up,
past everybody.
patted him, made sure everyone heard me say that. Look how good a cleric I am, everyone. And then I'll go back to the
Yeah, that's great.
Throwing off our tracks now.
Oh, sorry.
Thank
you, friend.
Just as you finish thanking him for this, you hear this
Oh, God.
from above, and you all quickly dart off to the side. It looks like there are two of these flying entities that are just kind of swooping as a hunting pair. Their bodies are near jet black, And as they flap and fly by, they leave a trail of almost like black smoke that seems to vanish behind them.
What?
Cool.
After a few moments of feeling safe that you can continue to pass on through, you begin your slow trek forward, and you can see there is a portion of this forest that is faintly smoking. Some of the trees look a little darker than the rest, and you can just barely see these little whiffs of smoke just kind of drifting up and dissipating into the breeze.
It couldn't be in a campfire,
Yeah,
like an encampment
that's what I was thinking.
from the druids, could it? From the Ashari. I'm gonna tell Pate to head that way, giving him that information to scout it out.
Sort of a strange glance here, and as you kind of look through his eyes and kind of focus through, you can see that there is smoke. Smoke isn't coming from the ground, it's coming from the trees.
All right.
The trees are a bit darker in this space, and the best you can tell, there's just like, they're all just kind of giving off almost like a smoke or a shadowy trail.
Is that still heading west?
It's southwest.
Why would we head towards the smoke if it's not where the flowers are?
I mean, we're trying to find the flowers, but we're also trying to find the Ashari. They could be there.
Oh, we should be looking for tracks too, right?
Don't pick up any tracks. No signs of any recent foot traffic. You do eventually come upon some of the darker trees, and that smell that you picked up. It's just the smell of like burning wood and other odd scents begin to get stronger and stronger as you approach. The first dark tree you should look at this close, you can see there's a faint orange glow beneath the bark. They are just perpetually burning cinders within the trees. Eventually you begin to see the dried, ashy land occasionally beginning to break up with what looks like an ash marsh. You continue to push through. You do see a little ways above, or in front of you, what you can only assume to be remnants of a forgotten battlefield. As you're kind of coming down into the small kind of walkway valley, you see just the faintest glimmer of blue.
I raise my shield up, which is not that high, but to get their attention, and then
Make Pate do a close-up check.
Okay.
Just to make sure. I don't want this to be a honeypot.
Kind of like scoots down overhead, and looks around and says, "There's a whole lot of bones around here.
Yes.
There's some dried bodies and weapons and sort of like spooky."
Head towards that blue thing, the flower.
Okay.
And the blue was...
Where's the blue?
Oh, are you colorblind?
What's... maybe?
It's the color of the sky. Normally the color of the sky on a good day, not when we're here.
I think I'm colorblind.
Your grayscale.
You said from Orym's view. Brilliant. The blue was right by a stone that was blackened and
It's
scorched.
like on top, growing on this like top of the scorched stone with like black crystals kind of emerging almost like a hand, like a crown.
Can any of us
I
see
know.
it?
Yeah, I'm afraid it's a trap. It feels like
a little
honeypot.
angler.
Because they also said that,
Yeah.
yes, I'm going to have Pate, that look for the rock with the pointy obsidian, right? Look at me. I'm pointing in its direction.
There's little white flowers.
Why does...
Yeah,
Yes.
little white
Little
flower.
white
Yeah.
flowers. There are multiple. Do you see more than one?
Yeah, and can you look through his eyes? You can see there's like a small bush of them. Like a cluster, maybe like 2-3
That sounds
dozen.
totally innocuous.
2, 3, land on it.
Falls into the bush. They're thorny.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Coast is clear.
Great.
Maybe you stealth in
I'll check
first.
it.
You dart down, kind of moving past, kind of avoiding the bits of the weird, like purple ashy marsh. As you approach, you hear a voice go like, "How you made it?"
Oh, yeah, I did. Just keep your voice down.
You can see kind of where the cracks in the settle are. This dark like a deep gray, black-stemmed rose bush almost looking cluster kind of has grown through in this kind of zigzag formation, and from it these buds, these 6 petaled blue flowers all emerge, and probably there's about 30 or so of them that are visible from here in different states of opening. And inside you can see across like this bright, vibrant blue coloration, there are these black patterns that look like a screaming face in the center of it. It's a little off-putting.
Whoa, that's awesome.
That's cool.
I'll pull my sweatband down under my nose just in case it's got some crazy pollen. And I'll take my wood chisel and I'll try and like dig under the roots to try and get like the whole thing.
You're kind of carving away, get this like just this little sense in the back of your neck. This kind of similar to that tallow-like burned fat smell again kind of catches your nose. And just this cold tremor just tickles a wave down your spine. And you hear kind of this shifting movement. And you kind of glance down the other side of the right of where you are. And you begin to see it, this too. 2 of these armored bodies off to the side seem to kind of like lean up in the direction of where Chetney's on top of this platform. And they both kind of look at each other.
Oh, no. No.
And you see as they lean forward, the thin, pale bodies, as opposed to the skeletal remains you've seen, these both have leathery armor, and their skin is like an ashen pale paper-like cracked appearance to it. These corpses are not skeletal and ancient, a little more recent. And as they both kind of lean up, they both glance back up to the top of this other stone piece where you can see there's this small shadowed figure that's just kind of perched, watching. Just watching Chetney. You can just barely make out these kind of intertwined hands with like a very dark purplish skin. Faint little kind of golden orange coals for eyes, horns that curve up above about 2.5 feet above the head. As you kind of stand up and look back, you see Orym's expression kind of looking past you.
What?
You turn around, and at the top of the hill, you see this being kind of sitting there. And as you make eyes with its small, gleaming, nightmare points,
I just keep going, looking around. I don't see
you watch as the creature stands up tall. And as it does so, you can see like this like dark red, almost like a skirt that drags onto the ground below it. It puts its hands like up this way and kind of almost plucks its fingers through the air. And those 2 armored bodies step up, and this low dark mist begins to just fill the space above where the bog nearby is.
Do we all see? Can we all see this?
You all see this happening, and I need you all to roll.
Here we go. Whoa, it's so monochromatic.
The 2 kind of paper-skinned figures that rise up from it at the beckoning of this horned entity on the side begin to immediately turn around in the direction of Chet and just go into a full, like, floppy sprint.
I don't like it!
This one runs up and just leaps down to try and fall and grab at you.
Oh shit. Normal, because I'm just me. That's a dirty 20.
That's a natural 20.
No.
So he kind of curls off to that side and grapples you, and one of them is now just like holding you there, going, getting a look at them now. You can see these are recently deceased. You see like half-elven, elven features in each of them, but their skin is kind of cracked a little bit. Their eyes are sunken, and you can see these kind of like pale, sickly yellow coloration over their eyeballs. And they are just kind of They seem feral at times, but they're also deliberate with their movements. There's moments of like frenetic feral movement and times where they're just calm and collected. Hissing towards the side of your head.
I'm gonna hold my hands out in front of me towards this creature, this big guy. And I'm gonna visualize in my mind, I'm gonna start to see water. This place is empty from all hydration. I wanna visualize it and try to make it appear out of thin air. And I'm gonna try to bring water into existence all around him. And I'm gonna cast Watery Sphere.
It's a strength save, you said?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Natural 17 plus more.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine, that's fine.
That
So he's not restrained, obviously, but the watery sphere is still there.
You watch as it appears, the creature just kind of pushes its way out of the way with a sudden like flash of shadow. Dodges it, and it like this. If you're familiar with Rover in The Prisoner, it's kind of like that, but made of water. Just the horned entity across the way that's still standing there after dodging this sphere that's kind of floating there, kind of glances over in the direction of where you are, Imogen, and over in that general vicinity, kind of taking in the other players in the field, and then like sinks into the ground.
And then when they do that,
No.
fuck.
Appears there in the middle of the space. Even this close, you can't make out any of the facial features. It's almost like the face is in perpetual shadow. You can just see the burning eyes and the horns that curl upward. As it stands there, you also get a better look of its torso. The center of its chest appears to be open, like ribs are exposed and kind of curled in. There's a little opening there. And on the inside, you swear you can see like some sort of ethereal humanoid shape that's like holding the ribs and screaming silently out in your direction.
That's fucked up.
That could be
That's
Anashari.
That could be my
Could
sister-in-law.
be your sister-in-law.
I'm going to go to my happy place and rage. Come on, give me something fun. I can make that work. The rocks start to shiver around me, and I'm going to run full fucking speed at this asshole.
Okay.
Get in.
And I'm going to take a big flying fucking swing straight up into the head.
As Ashton runs, all the nearby rocks and stone and shale all seem to gather and follow behind by about 3 feet.
Cool.
Like he's carving a wave through water, but it's all the nearby rocks and stone kind
Let's
of
go.
breaking in his wake.
Thank God. 17 to hit?
17 does hit.
Oh, thank God. All right. 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You need to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okay. Natural 1.
So you're prone.
It falls onto its back. And there you see as it hits the ground, the shadow seems to almost spill from its body and before it slips back into its torso and it lays there on the ground and kind of like...
I think what I'm going to do is actually bolt towards Chet.
Okay.
And as I get near the edge towards that mud, I leap straight over Chetney's head, and I'm going to try to slash at the thing's arm holding him.
Okay.
And do a disarming attack as I go.
Okay.
Nice.
You and like slice downward and hit its arm and cuts Chetney free. You're no longer grappled.
Can I tell if this is someone I know?
This is Turan. You don't know them very well. They were kind of an older scout figure.
Like this. And I rip my chest open like Superman, and I'm and do a hybrid transformation, go full wolf, baby!
Referencing his little rib cage, which is very literal in this instance. I'm gonna go, whew, I have one of those too. And especially for everyone who's basically not Orym and Ashton, you see this black void start to expand, and it looks like it's starting to peel away Laudna's flesh, exposing her ribcage underneath her skin, and her ribcage starts to expand, and from this like deep depth of black ooze and purple ichor swirling in there, you just see the front of a wolf's head start to push its way out, and it starts to claw its way out. It's like undead, mangy, half skeletal wolf, then just leaps forth out of And I go, join your kin! And I sick him right next towards Chetney.
Just digs in and starts like tearing chunks of the middle of its purplish torso. And you watch as from the swampy reaches of the nearby spaces, these other kind of spectral, stretched humanoid figures kind of emerge.
What?
Spectral?
These terrible grins that peel across the face like a jack-o'-lantern, and they just kind of like begin to stretch
Thank you for
outward.
that movement, you son of a bee.
I'm gonna take my watery sphere, slam it into that corporeal figure.
Now you watch as the sphere of water like rolls over it, and it's inside, like trying to push through the devil creature on the ground, or the demon creature, I should say. It goes into his turn, which he then uses to slam his hands on the ground, and his body falls into the shadow.
Again.
As you're all standing there, Fern, you see this like shadow grow over you.
Where'd he go?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Okay, I was gonna deal with these dead friends, but I see Fern in trouble, so instead, I'm gonna just switch it up entirely and run, just do a little skip over Mister. Fall into a tumble, roll under Fern's legs, and then shove my shield up into the a-hole's face and say, "You're a little close, Fern!" And I push her back. I just slash away. That one misses. That's a 3 plus as 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Last one is 23 to hit.
That hits.
So it'll be slash, miss, and I'll get frustrated and leap up and cut along the belly button area underneath whatever the opening is.
Okay, so you carve through, you see like part of the ribcage opens up on the side, and you see the spirit hand of whatever's inside kind of almost trying to reach out towards you, like this horrible sucking sound.
Yeah, is it someone I know?
Fira, which is one of the younger kind of recruits of the exterior Guardian Blades. Kind of young when you left last.
Younger than me?
Yeah, like early 20s.
I'm gonna turn, and I am going to run like I'm running right at Orym's back. And at the last second, I'm gonna leap up to the right, and I'm gonna jump off of the tree trunk over Orym and try and grab this dude. And I'm gonna try and grapple him, just full bear hug, claws in, like dead in his chest. I'm fully in its face, arms wrapped around his, locking him down, and just like spittle.
You can see now as you're cutting into its body, the shadow that is its face, you kind of look to peer out any sort of details as you're kind of glancing upwards, and you can just barely make out what looks like a skeletal nose and like just a set of teeth that kind of hang back in the shadow, like unnaturally resisting all light. And this little tongue's like lashing and kind of trying to wipe the teeth, but its eyes, which have this confidence, have this kind of intense hatred burning in them now.
I am going to cast daylight into that.
Ooh. Oh, casting daylight into its chest?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Extremely eye-catching daylight just radiates from the center of the chest of this entity. As it hits, you suddenly begin to see where all the shadow is on this creature. Most of it's just vacant space. And you now see it's almost like a skeletal figure that uses the shadow to fill out most of its form. And as it hits, its eyes go wide and it shrieks. And it looks like it's trying to like scratch the sunlight out of its chest, and it's unable to do so. This whole area is now a bright beacon, and you see all the other spectral shadow entities kind of like shriek from the side of it and like crawling on the ground, trying to pull their way away from it.
Mister, for a bonus action,
Yep.
See circles.
is going to shoot some flames at the nearest, at the one behind me, the spectral.
Over there?
Yes.
Okay. It's like reaches in, grabs a flaming turd.
Yeah, get your flaming turd. Knock it down.
Yes, what emotion.
Get your burn on.
What emotion.
This is everything that Percy had hoped for.
I know, this is his legacy.
Indeed.
I am going to go ahead and form a dread, give myself some hit points here.
Do it.
That's what I do.
It's Tasmanian.
Still treated. It's a little like ashy though to match the landscape.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm gonna send Pate, I think he can make it with his fly speed, into the watery sphere with the guy. He's gonna go swimming.
Yep.
And then I'm going to twin a shocking grass.
This is what I did it for!
Really?
Yes!
I want to twin a shocking grasp, one with me grabbing the guy right in front of me, and one through Pate.
Sure, yeah, you can do that.
Sick.
The girlfriend sink.
Do I get like advantage because this ain't water?
Yeah, he's in water.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Natural 20.
Come up.
14 damage.
14 damage. How do you want to do this?
One of the watery sphere?
One of the watery sphere have
he's
been
just
damaged previously. You
I mean, keep your blow dryer away from your tub, kids.
Yeah.
It's real bad. PSAs.
You know all the children blow drying their hair.
Never had a PSA. How do you want to do this before? That's a unique one.
I can feel the gothic horror.
Yeah. You watch as the watery sphere suddenly lights up, and you see just this burst of electrical energy from inside. You see the outer shape of a winged shadow on the inside as the other larger shadow just scatters. And the water just gets a little murkier.
Pate just gets a little jettison and he flops. And then for the one in front of me, okay, 7 damage.
That one also shocked and destroyed. The remaining specter creature, the Black Nash Spectre, kind of like leans forward towards you, Fern. That's a 10 to hit. 10
hit now.
to hit. Actually, no, it should have even worse with disadvantage because of the sunlight. You're too bright as it tries to like bat at you. The two other are gone. So top of the round, it's now these two guys' turn. This one here is going to dart up out of the muck to get over here, and it's going to attack you, Fern.
Jesus.
Sunlight has also got to be
2 strikes against you, yes. Disadvantage on each strike, though.
God damn it.
It's going to be 19 to hit
That hits.
with disadvantage.
Okay.
21. 12 points of slashing damage. As it pulls out of the muck, rushes up with an unnatural fury and rage, and just one strike just goes wide against Fern. You like duck out of the way, and then it wildly backhands with the sword, and it catches you like right in the chest, and the blade sinks a few inches in, and you watch Fern's eyes go wide before she hits the ground unconscious. That finishes its turn. FCG, you're up with the major on deck.
Mass cure wounds. 16.
16, everyone heals. You're now back to consciousness. Okay.
I'm gonna hit him with a 4th level witch bolt from behind.
Which one? The
big guy.
The big guy?
Witch bolt? That bolt.
All right. 4th level witch bolt. Go ahead and roll an attack. By the way, you have it grappled, and it's about to sink into its own shadow.
Oh, no.
As a teleportation effect, grapple doesn't affect it. And you watch as it's now like with Chetney climbing on it, it just kind of like begins to sink into the ground. He's currently just this beacon of daylight, like
25.
25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
42 points.
How do you want to do that?
Yes!
I'm aiming directly between his 2 shoulder blades. And just a lightning bolt like hits it in the back and then snakes around him, and he's like covered in the lightning.
So as the lightning arcs around,
Tesla coils.
up the horns, and as the electricity is carving around, it's going. The lightning all gathers into the daylight orb that still resides in its chest, and it seems to try and capture and hold it inward. And for a moment, it gets quiet. Its eyes go wide. And just detonates, its shadow scattered into 100 pieces before dissipating, splattering against the nearby tree, and then sizzling off like smoke. You do indeed fall prone. We'll say for the sake of brevity at this point, because these 2 guys are on the cusp of death, and there's a number of people going before they take their turn. So, with whatever expediency and mercy you hold in your heart, you go and expel the necrotic energy that holds these 2 whites together and lay them to rest here in the center of this kind of ash bog portion of the Grey Valley. You see amongst the darkened, like ashy shadow and the bit of kind of almost thick skirt-like red shredded material that was wrapped around its lower torso kind of fall on the ground. There's that little bit of like drifting black smoke-like shadow that's still kind of emanating and fading away around it. There's a faint, like a blue teal glow kind of emanating from inside that material.
I will... fuck it. I reach in and try to find anyone living.
You kind of pull in and reach. You don't find any physical body, but you do see within that bundle this faint, fading energy, this spiritual shred remaining.
Oh. I just reach my hand out toward it with an open palm and try to give one last living contact.
As you hold your hand out, the energy seems to expand, and you see the small mote of soul begin to take the transparent form of a young elven figure. She reaches out and touches her hand to yours and looks to your eyes, smiles, silently nods, looks in the direction you were traveling, and then vanishes.
Sorry, Orym.
We should gather their personal effects, I guess, for their families.
That's a good idea.
Commemorative chains, jewelry, of course, weapons. Often, especially at certain levels of station, they have their names or initials engraved on personal effects, their arms and armaments. So you gather those and lay them to rest in the way that you do for any fallen Ashari, leaving a bit of life over where they are put to rest. One of the few beads of color that currently now sits in this colorless land. As you all find a little alcove there to take a moment and gather your strength, regain your breath, and conjecture what other dangers may await you in the path you walk. All you can hear is that wind. Cold. The sight of smoke from where you walk. And a hint of smoke from the direction you seek. And that's rolling tonight's session.
Oh.